Well, well, let's get right into it. Sad day. This is hard. This is a hard week. This is gonna be a hard week, guys. I know how you feel. I know that you share my pain. Your sympathy means a lot, man. Sorry. Pull it together. Pull it together for the good of the cause. The last undefeated man has fallen. And with the exception of the two dudes that made an appearance in the intro there, I'm pretty sure that all y'all watching that Sunday night game felt your heart break. Felt a break. When Kyler didn't come back enough to put me ahead to keep my undefeated streak alive. Falling to 6-1 is your boy the commissioner. I know you're there with me. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull it together, and we're gonna talk about the scores. First up, the pain, losing 117.70 to John Carter without Aaron Jones. Kyler had 46, but it wasn't enough. This travesty lays at the feet of Claypool, who received only one target, and the Patriots, who allowed San Francisco to walk all over their tiny little faces. John didn't have a touchdown from his quarterback. No touchdowns from Allen. But his waiver wire running backs scored so fast. And even Amari Cooper was able to put together an 80-yard day. I can't talk about it anymore. Let's move on. Things that are easier to talk about for me. You guys losing. So, well, I mean, and I guess also winning. Someone, because there's got to be a winner and a loser. That's the way it goes. So let's cut the shit. Let's move right on. Team First Class Fantasy, Johnny Soling, was able to pull out a win over Michael Bentler, 107-94. Rodgers turned out better than Mahomes, and I have Mahomes in another league. And it was a pretty sad day. I think he was like 200 yards, something like that, through the air. Not a good day. But the Chiefs scored 2 touchdowns on defense, and even though Bentler started them, it wasn't enough to pull him out in front of Johnny Soling. So Johnny goes to 4-3, and Bentler falls to 3-4. Speaking of people that scored better than I did and could have beat me, I don't have any place to really complain because even though I played a good game, like this was a very high-scoring week. Like there was just a lot of shit going down, and a lot of people scoring them fantasy points. So Cole Dozer's 126 points to Phil's 148.5. Bad day to be playing the guy with Russell Wilson. Yeah, even though Watson had a big day and looked pretty good, it wasn't as big of a day as Tom Brady had, who happened to be on Cole's bench. Nope. I didn't expect Brady to go off for 48 points. I don't think that I would have had the cojones to start him over Watson, but I don't have to make that choice. I just lose. So do Cole, I guess. So we're in the same boat, is what I'm getting at. Cole, right on. Bam. Knuckle pound. All right. Speaking of people who lose a lot, Colts. Team O'Tall won. 131 points. That's so good. That would have beat everybody we've talked about today except for Kessler and Phil. Because Phil's the one that's feeling pretty good about this whole thing, right? Like, he lost on that blowout play to me at the end, and then comes back, and the next week just obliterates everybody and scores and scores the high, like the league high. Like, good for him, right? So he feels the best. Kessler feels okay because he scored 142 points. And Colts feels like dog shit because he scored 131 points and lost to Kessler. So, yeah, man, feel ya. Definitely been there. Third highest score in the league to get to know. We talked about that, though. You want to talk about cojones? Kessler started Gardner Minshew, who went off for something like 26 points. And pretty good. Also, it was a good day to have made that trade for Tyler Lockett, who went for like 48 points. It was 200 yards and 3 TDs or something like that. So that trade definitely paid off today because Lockett was Russell's go-to man this week. Colts did leave 2 touchdowns on the bench for Christian Kirk. So, like, that'd have been enough. 6, add the 12, carry the 1. Like, you could have done it if you were just better at fantasy sports. Anyway, and then moving right along to people who had a mediocre day against somebody who had a pretty bad day. Kevin Lane, 118 points. That's fine. Why is that fine? Because it's more than 117 points, which is what I scored. But Garrett, not his fault. He started Cam Newton, right? Who is like a quarterback that's supposed to play football and be halfway decent at it. And he has his own dance and his own like little Superman thing that he does. And he's supposed to be super great. And trash. So trash. 0 points from your quarterback hurts. Is gonna hurt your fantasy day, and that's why you only scored 80 points. But hey, man, there's always this week or next week or whatever like that. Hey, Kevin made a trade that I said in my review was fair and equitable, and DJ Moore and Tannehill both had big days for Kevin, which is what propelled him to his mediocre score. Aaron Jones injured, so I'm sure like John's just like super like, hey, thanks, buddy. I'm sure Kevin didn't know that Jones was going to have a hammy. I mean, I didn't know. It all seemed fine. It all seemed on the level. I'm going to point this. Okay, let's move on into the awards presented by Sleeper. The awards presented by Sleeper give Best Manager to John Garner. Good job, buddy. 121 points is as best as you could have done. That is all your team had. And it was good enough to beat me, which, 6 other people can't say. So, I mean, I'm sure you're super all about it, and, like, I'm fine with it. Perfect season. Wasn't gonna last forever, unless it did. Because I guess maybe that's a thing. But I don't know. Not for me, it's not. Worst manager, Cole. That Tom Brady sit is what procced that. So that feels bad, and I get it. Who blew in a good way? Kevin Lane, 49.6%, just smashing up on the old Garrett Premel. Sorry, buddy. Highest scorer. Oh, let's back it up. Rewind. Maybe I'll do a thing. I wonder if I can. Anyway, who narrow victory? Yeah, John. We were talking about him, man. If Kyler would have just thrown that Hail Mary to Zane Gonzalez, it would have been fine. Also, if he wouldn't have missed that kick, it probably would have been. I don't know. Maybe not. Close game though. A lot of fun to watch. High scorer, your boy Phil Saltness does not feel bad about me or losing to me last week anymore. Feels pretty good about himself. He's going to high five in the old video chat, I'm pretty sure. And low score, Garrett Promo, but we already know that. Overachiever, Spartacus. Nobody expected Spartacus to be able to pull off what he did there, starting old Gardner Minshew. But he did. So there it is. And poor Garrett was below expectations. Aww. Sorry, man. Well, guys, that's my review. We're right at the 10-minute mark, which is what I aim for because customer satisfaction is so important. Yeah! Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Anyway, it's been fun. It's been real fun. And I'm sorry that I had to lose, but I'm glad that you're all there with me. And now it feels like I've recovered. So I hope you guys all have a great week. Except for you, Bentler.